thank you so much for coming by. We really appreciate this kind of session where we can ask questions. This is more of a comment to all the candidates. I'm a parent of an elementary school student, and I'm also a member of my PTA. I'm also a delegate. I'm also a member of the Howard County PTA, and I sit on one of the committees of the Board of Ed. This is a comment in which I'm asking for a foreign language to be introduced at the elementary level at all elementary schools all through the county. Now the first question that comes up is, where's the money for that? If we, the wealthiest county in the wealthiest state, can't find the money, I don't know where to go. Okay? So we need to find the money for this. The American Council for Foreign Languages says that children who learn a second language at the earliest will do better at college. So we spend thousands of dollars pumping a second language out of their heads for 18 years, and then put thousands of dollars putting it back into them when they go to school and they want to learn college and they want to learn a second language. So we have asked for the Board of Ed to support a second language introduction at the elementary school level. I'm hoping that my son, by the time he goes to middle school, he's already started a couple of years of elementary school. So that's business jobs are out there. In the next few years, all the other continents, people are learning a second language. So we are the only country in the entire world which is not learning a second language. National security is at stake. Business jobs in the future are at stake. International competitiveness is at stake. And I don't know what else to say, but somehow to express my keenness that this comes up from.
I have a master's degree in education and happens to be in concentration in Spanish. I've been a Spanish teacher for many years. And I actually did my master's thesis on acquisition of a second language at a younger age, and how literally there is a biological block to learning a second language once children enter about middle school, age 11, 12, something like that. And that's when we start teaching it. So it's a very backward thing. There is study after study after study that shows, like you said, that children who learn a second language from a very young age do better on standardized tests. It promotes brain development. There are countless benefits to it, and we should absolutely find money somewhere in the budget. And I'm betting it's being done somewhere that doesn't need to be. To do this, I'm actually going to be on the World Language Task Force to try to study this and figure out how to bring second language to elementary school.
Thanks, Lily. Sandy.
For your information, in 2006 the board had a retreat, and Mrs. Gordon requested the same thing, that staff look into it. And the board, the sitting board at that time, said absolutely, we support it. As of last board meeting, just 2 weeks ago, we approved the charter that came to us for a task force to study the issue. And this is where we need parents to give us input. Okay, if we can only afford one additional language on the elementary school level, which one shall it be?
Cindy.
That's a big issue.
One of the things that I find very frustrating about the way we look at these kinds of questions in this county is we all just, the assumption is, well, we don't have the money for it. I don't think that anybody here tonight can answer the question, how much will that cost? But the other major problem is that we can't find the time in the day because we're so busy worrying about fitting in the test prep for the standardized tests. If we would get back to the fundamental question of how to best educate children and stop worrying about how to teach them how to take tests, we would be much better off. And the third part of this, the thing that is very important to remember is, it's not the country that is not providing elementary school foreign language, it's Howard County. Most other high-functioning counties do provide foreign language to their elementary school kids. And in spite of what you might hear, middle school doesn't have foreign language either. Some kids get it, but it's a select few, and chances are your kid can't.
Thanks, David P. Lastly, and then I'm going to take another question.
Sir, as a teacher in Florida, I had the benefit of working with limited English proficient students, and inspired me to become endorsed with the ESOL, English for Speakers of Other Languages. So I got to see firsthand what those students from other cultures bring to the classroom. And one of them was their language barrier. And we really had to capitalize on that as teachers and make opportunities for students to be immersed in that language. I've seen firsthand dual language programs. Once again, it is solely on one other language, but I've seen classroom instruction in the dual language program model work very effectively. I believe in drawing creativity from diversity. I know that's a popular slogan out there, but when you have a class in a public education building, we need to find ways to connect with students and bring in their cultures and bring in what they know to make sure that they are engaged in their learning. And one of the ways we do that is through cultures in different languages.
Thanks, David.